Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, I wasn't expecting this. It's been a heck of a couple of weeks, and I don't know if there's some more coming, but coming up towards the end of the year, my Map of the Year series, and I've kind of got my short list now. I'm expecting one or two new exceptional maps to come out, and they are. Today's is another from a creator we've done twice in the past, both very recently actually, episodes 1344 and 1351, where they got 12 stars on each occasion. Today's map, well, it's right up there. Now, forewarned, if you've got a potato, you are going to set fire to your potato if you try and run this map. It's a little bit hefty, but boy is it glorious. Prepare yourselves for a ride. If you're not up to the ride, you can always play BonBonBingo. Don't fall off that horse. And if you do fall off the horse, there's only one way to make things better. You know. And that's right, acting like a school teacher is a very good way of being. No, she's not a school teacher, is she? It's my mum. Thanks for clicking that like button. Right, okay, today's map is Virgin River by DeaconPmp. Yes, we are pumped for this one. You see that screenshot there, that thumbnail? That is what we're going to be looking at today. Lovely. There's your start square. Lovely. Double lovelies to start off. Thank you very much. Terrain heights, it's nice. All centered in the middle and plenty of space to expand into in a couple of directions. Resources are good and strong as well if you want to play a resource-based game. All very nice. And then off to the Sunset Harbour, and we've got brown. What does brown mean? Anyway, we have plenty of fishing options as well. Off to the workshop. Now, you need park life and industries for today's map. Yeah, indeed. They're a bit of an unusual mix. The ability to read and a really well-written page. Very well-written page. Very nicely put together. Relight settings, eye candy settings as well, and special thanks to the BonBon buddies and some guy called BonBonB. Hey, you're very, very welcome. Now, the requirement list, the one-click collection is a little bit long. A chunk of these are different highways that all share the same texture, so there is that, but it's still a little bit hefty. We'll be using procedural objects today, and also on the theme mixer we have our very own theme mix, including the Relight 2 Lush LUT, which I don't remember we've ever used on the channel, so that's nice. There's also in there we've got the block services as well, which is how the poop is already showing, and yeah, a whole bunch of things. The list goes on. Tree Anarchy today. The list goes on and on. So yes, potato computer owners, take a sit back. And there's also a linked collection there as well for a few more rocks, which I already have, so that's fine. Okay, so the map is glorious. The theme is based on Coosbay. Yes, Coosbay is back. I am taking full credit for the re-emergence of the Coosbay theme after my usage of it on Bonbon Island. It was just seeing it time and time and time again. I'm not suggesting that everybody's using it because I did, but coincidences can sometimes make you feel good about yourself, so let's just say that is that. Intersection marking tool in operation as well. Look at these traffic. Stick on the main highway, don't use the off-ramp. So yes, you probably want to use Traffic Manager on that to keep them on the right lanes. Maybe slow the off-ramp down a bit so that traffic will stick to the main highway where it be slightly quicker. And it is a modest map. I'm not going to say that it's not, so when we get to the water flow, we'll be looking at the water flow, but I highly anticipate you'll be probably unlocking all 81 tiles before you get starting, and then just using mods to sort out your water and your electricity issues. Not that electricity should be an issue on Potato's map either, because well, we'll get to that, and it's all going to be very fine. Look, we've got power lines down. You can always smell the crackle in the air of that electricity, can't you? A little bit of elevated. That's very neatly done. In fact, the entire map is very neatly done. And when I say very neatly done, I'm underselling it. It's freaking gloriously done. Okay, that tree there nearly got onto the road. Did you see that? It was thinking about it, but it decided not to. Good tree, well-behaved tree. So yes, I mean, what can I say really? We've got some tunnels. These are the rendered tunnels as well. So if you are taking the first-person view in the car, you're going to get a lovely view of the inside of the tunnels. That is going to go out over there across the river, and we'll have a look at that in the second half of the show because it's something that I would like you to see. Elevated again using these custom roads. So yes, we've got a shed load of requirements. Now, is this going to affect how I rate this in terms of the Map of the Year series? Because, yeah, what's better? A map that has more requirements but then gives you more, or a map that has fewer requirements but gives you almost as much? I've got some big decisions to make. Big decisions. You start square intersection, by the way. Another DDI. I haven't seen 2 of those in a couple of weeks. Very neat. And then that heads down to the bulbous roundabout at the end in the start square. Yes, I will let on. Marble Falls by Deacon was one on that Map of the Year shortlist. It was one of my we've got about 18 or 19 maps on the Map of the Year shortlist. I've got to get down to a final 12. And I only ever allow creators to have one map in the final shortlist, because otherwise, you know, it just becomes the Anapu Map of the Year series, and then we just like show 6 maps from the same creator. That doesn't benefit anybody, apart from say Anapu on that occasion. So yeah, what we have is one map per creator, and I have to choose between this and Marble Falls. Do we go onto the rail? I think we should. You know, which one do I have on that final short list or final long list, which needs to be cut down to a final short list because I've got to get down to 12. I'm still going to show a few extra on Boxing Day. Don't miss the show, special show on Boxing Day, which is the preview show for the Map of the Year series. Well, we'll be looking at the 5 or so maps that didn't quite make that final cut for the final dozen. But, I mean, this could be one of them. If I switch out Marble Falls and put this one in, this might be one of those maps that doesn't make the and how do you cut this? How do you cut this? But then we've had a lot of good maps this year. We've had a lot of very nice maps. We're going to take a left. That goes down to the harbour, which we'll have a look in the second half of the show. The harbour's very nice as well. We've got a lot of lovely little detail. In fact, again, it's one of those maps where there are a lot of little areas that, do you know what, we're not even going to have a look at. Just because I haven't got an hour to show you. But we'll take in a couple of little detail areas. I'm going to jump around from all the key feature areas as far as I'm concerned. But there's going to be little areas where I'm sure Deacon will be going, I like the pillar usage there as well. I'm sure Deacon will be going, oh, hang on a second. Why didn't you show whatever? And where this rail emerges in a moment is somewhere where I'm going to try not to show something. We're coming up this way. We'll be coming back this way. Also, look, here's my first talking point. Notice how we've got a bit of a clearing of trees directly underneath where the rail was. I think the rail was on top of the land at one point, and the trees have not been painted in. So maybe a detailing error there, maybe. Or maybe it's just coincidence there was no trees on top of the route that the rail line underground took. Maybe. Possibly. But yeah, if I'm looking for... I've got to look for reasons not to give this map 5 stars for something. And I don't think it's going to be on the aesthetics, that's for sure. Anyway, yes, right as we get towards the edge of the map, there'll be a little something that we're going to not really... Try not to look at the other thing, other than the edge of the map connection, because we'll be coming back for the second half of the show for that. Don't look at that thing. Hang on, turn my camera. There we go. You can't see it now. Anyway, should be right back after this. Bring it on, John.
On the 12 days of cities this old gamer gave to me, 12 houses burning,
11 minutes waiting,
10 roads debating,
9 trees are swaying,
8 bombs are stinking,
7 streetlights clipping.
6 pipes polluting,
5 broken mods, 4 boring turds,
3 drenched men,
2 hurtling trucks, and a party near a bare tree. And a party near a bare tree. Merry Christmas.
Ah, not long now. Not long now. Hope you're sorted. If you're not, stick your tongue out. Yeah, I know this map isn't ready. This map's not ready. Virgin River by DeaconPmp isn't ready for Christmas. Because, when I say stick your tongue out, we have a tongue sticking out at us right there. A shipping route tongue. Not seen one of those before. And then we have, okay, right, water flow. It's a modest map. We have rivers. We've got plenty of rivers. There are plenty of options for dumping your sewage. In fact, we already have sewage being dumped via that sewage block up there. But yes, it's not ideal. It's not ideal for pumping and drawing. But hey, whatever. Okay. Right, the map. Oh my word! What a beauty! Plenty of buildable space, plenty of scenic locations, plenty of highly detailed scenic locations as well. Great tree usage, a great use of the sand textures and so forth. I mean, I could ooh and ooh and ooh about this for a long time. So let's go and have a look at some of these little areas. Like here, right at the edge of the map, there, right by the rail. This waterfall, right on the edge of the map, tucked away. This would have taken some time. And it's a beauty, and it's been done completely vanilla mechanics, i.e. that is actual flowing water there. Okay, now I'm pointing that out for a reason, right? We'll talk about that shortly. Well, the tunnels, yeah, I did say we'd come and have a look at this, the road here. Again, this is something that I'm going to take all of the credit for because this highway takes a little thing that again that was first seen on this show. I mean, I'm sure it's been seen elsewhere in the world, but on this show on Bonbon Island. So yeah, here we go. We follow this around here. We will reach the tunnel, which is going to take us off to the edge of the map. There we are. So that's it. We've got the mountains. So if we have a look, follow the tunnels there, and there we go. There are no tunnels. There are no tunnels. What's happened? What's going on? And the answer is yes. Underneath here, we brought the edge of map connections into the middle of the map, or the So there you go. That's where your traffic's going to spawn from and spawn or go to, even not spawn to. Okay, we have we've got some very interesting. I'm loving this rocky wharf type thing. That's nice detailing going on there, and a big buildable spot here for the harbour. Everybody loves a big buildable harbour, don't they? Almost as much as a big old bridge. Let's have a little look at one of these rivers, because a river, you know how I like my rivers. This is just exquisite. Okay, this is just exquisite. We follow up the rock work going on here. Now we have got procedural objects used quite extensively on the map, so you're going to want that mod. Not that you wouldn't want it anyway if you're playing a heavily modded game. That's definitely one just for all of the tweaking and stuff. And we have got one of the animated waterfall assets up here, so that's why I'm pointing out the difference of that and the edge of the map waterfall, because well, the edge of the map waterfall is actual physical water. And I think it's bloody well done, to tell you. And then up to the lake at the top, which is very nice indeedy. Right, where next? Down here, just one of these little detail areas that we're not really going to spend a lot of time looking at. This map is from the TV show, apparently, the Virgin River show, which I've never heard of. I've never heard of Virgin River, the show. So maybe it's just something, maybe it's on Amazon Prime or something I don't watch. Hey-ho. We've got the power station dam. Look at this. I mean, who's not liking this? We've got so many areas of high quality that I'm not going to spend a lot of time focusing on any of them. We're just going to skip around. We do have a couple of trees with their feet in the water here, but you don't mind. It's a reservoir. the water levels do rise and fall there, so I don't mind that one too much. This area here is an area of outstanding natural beauty. I think that's the only way to describe that. We have a couple more of the animated waterfall assets there, and being fed from upstream. It's just really beautifully done. It really is so beautifully done. More of the waterfall assets going on there. I'm just loving that as well. And then that feeds down and out into the river here. Right, I do have some more talking points. Let's, what was next in the talking points? Over here. Now, dry river. So we have this lake. Right, this lake doesn't go anywhere, and the only way it would feed out is via the old dried out river. Now, I am a little bit worried, although this is beautiful. This is beautiful, okay? And I'm not going to... I have done this on the show before just to see what would happen. Right, I'm not doing it today. But I'm loving the dried out river. That is lovely. That's great work. But where would the river go if ever it flooded? Let's say we had a big old rainstorm. Where would the river go? So I'm going to switch the lines of the terrain on. Topographic lines, and just follow the routes that the water would take. That's the routes, the steepest route there. That comes down this way. Now we're heading down towards the railway. Okay, so we might flood the railway. It's got to come this way, isn't it? And then that's going to be deep underwater down here. That's going to be a torrent underneath the highway. At least the highway isn't going to flood. Credit for that. But the railway, I think the trains are going to have to stop. Okay, now with trees with the feet in the water, I think there are some arguments to be made for some of these. Yeah, okay, they're probably okay. I think there are, we can say that probably okay and arguably okay. We've got some more down here. These ones, again, I feel they'd be just a little bit back from the water. One or two are actually in the water, but again, probably arguably okay, right? I'll give the benefit of the doubt. Here, now these ones definitely arguably are okay. I can see how that could be just like a little bit of heavy water flow running through there. However, I do not see any argument for this pine tree here. I can't see how that would ever have grown or survived there. So, yeah, there's at least one tree on the map that I feel is wrong. And I feel a few more, but I can see arguments against. And down for the asset review at the start square, we've got the Wilhelmsheim Apartments by cbudd. And factoids, because Virgin River, we've got to do something a bit like a virgin, haven't we? Upon securing her role for the 1996 film Evita, Madonna underwent intense vocal training and studied the history of Argentina, as well as Eva Perón. Her performance of Eva Perón in Evita earned her the Golden Globe for Best Actress. Who knew? And she also earned the Guinness World Record for the most costume changes in a film. Which now, of course, they can do quite simply by dressing you in green and green screening an image onto you, little dots, making you into, so you could have a zillion. You could have a zillion, but in terms of actually getting changed, she got changed quite a lot. Oh, she probably got helped to get changed quite a lot. I would imagine it's not something that she just runs off to a caravan to throw on a new frock. Anyway, Wilhelmsheim Apartments by cbudd. That is a set of three buildings there, and nice they are too. Very nice indeed. Right, now where am I going to grab my screenshot from? But while I'm choosing this, what do you think of today's map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right corner of the screen. It'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple or a Patreon account. And of course the link is also in the description. I lost my way a little bit. Just a little bit. Well, okay, what do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, there's no argument. It's freaking glorious. Sometimes you can say a map's got too many assets, it doesn't do enough with them. I would say maybe this map has got too many assets, but what it's got, it has done everything with them. No argument from me, 5 stars. Detailing, it's basic. I mean, it's a 5-star map for detailing, but I can find a few minor milly wiggly grumbles, and because there are a few, it's going down to a very, very, very high 4 stars. Gameplay potential. Okay, I can see the problem here, but given that it's very clearly, even in the workshop description, aimed at a modded player, I'm going to go right to the top again. 5 stars from me for gameplay potential. It's yeah, I can see the argument. I can see a few of you going, oh, come on, it's not. You got too many. Yeah, but is very, very clearly stated at the top, and I think it's worth it. It does what it does very well indeed. Of course, it gets the BonBonB seal of approval. That is non-negotiable, and I think it replaces Marble Falls on my Map of the Year shortlist. If you want to see whether it makes that final Map of the Year series, just subscribe now, hit the notification bell. Don't miss any of the best maps of this last year. See which I've decided to go with. I don't know what angle I'm going to take yet, but it's going to be a tough one this year. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. If you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the word of the day in the comments, score yourself some population points just for fun, and I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. Please be as good as this one. Please.